Hey guys, HW coming to you from Martin Place today. Another miserable day in Sydney. Rain's starting to come down. I'm on the corner of Elizabeth and Martin Place, and that place that you can see behind me is the Channel 7 studios, and those ticker boards that are going past are various news articles on them and news flashes and stuff like that. But today I'm going to take a different route into the heart of the city. I'm going to walk down Elizabeth Street and try to capture a little bit of Easter action, considering it is Easter in Sydney. Let's keep going this way. Typically at this time of year, as the season starts to change, as we head into autumn, fall, and then later into winter, and especially around Easter time, it has a habit of doing it. The rain comes, and looks like this Easter is going to be no different with this early rain. Earlier in the week, when I had a look at the forecast, it said it was going to be sunny. So hopefully the sun still comes towards the end of the week, but we'll wait and see. Oh, there's Piccolo Me. It's a bit of a chain coffee store in Sydney. Been in there before. But yeah, just a quick skirt into the city today. Got to meet up with my mate for a Nectar, so I'll make sure I capture that on the film. And then I've got to head over and see my mum in Coogee and conduct a couple of meetings online. Oh look, it sounds like they're going to do an emergency signal test here. See if they get a siren going. Yeah, they are. They're going to let off a siren. This will be interesting. That church steeple there. He said this is a sirens test, but I still don't hear any siren. I thought I might head down Elizabeth and cut into Market Street. Maybe there'll be something interesting in the David Jones windows, the David Jones department stores. Maybe they'll have a bit of Easter action in it. But I'm definitely going to head over to Haigh's Chocolates and see if they've got any Easter action, because I was going to pick something up for my mother and drop that off when I went over there later. Wow, that guy talks loud. Almost jumped out of my skin. I don't know how it's going to turn out in the video. No, it doesn't look like there's going to be much Easter action with David Jones. That is the cosmetics section though. You'd think they'd put a little bit of Easter decoration around, wouldn't you? Nothing in that window. Small fashion there. Where's that music coming from? Oh, this guy on a saxophone outside St James's Station. More fashion. No Easter. So they're continuing on with their theme of pretending that there's no such thing as God, and yeah. Still working on what used to be the men's section of David Jones over here. I noticed when I was coming over the bridge there's another cruise ship in town, so I'll probably see a few tourists around as we walk through the city. Oh look, at least that duty-free shop over there has put a bit of Easter stuff in the window. They've got Easter Fair of Wonders on the window over there. I'll have to go over there to show you. Wait for this gang to walk past. Yeah, can you see that window up there? And painted on a few Easter eggs, and so at least they've got a little bit into the spirit. Just caught myself on the reflection there. Have to get rid of that. Because the star of the show's Sydney, right? It's not me. So always try to capture Sydney. State Theatre over there. Wonder what they got on. The Blues Fest. The Doobie Brothers. Doobie Brothers playing Tuesday the 4th to Thursday the 6th of April. So obviously finishing up tomorrow. So that guy was waving at the camera, but he was just waving down a taxi.
No guarantees.
Let's see if Myer's got anything. Nah, they got nothing in their window either. Just stall here for a minute before I get past there. I hate those sirens that go off. The sun's starting to come out through the buildings up here. There's Dymocks in there. Still a fair few people perusing the shelves in Dymocks. Good to see the old bookstore still chugging along. A few people holding takeaway Nectars. I'm getting jealous. Need another injection myself. Oh look, there's another Edition roasters. They're really fanning out this mob. That's the Mid-City Centre in there. Did I ever tell you the story about when I went into the Mid-City Centre that day and I was up there having a coffee and I met Richard Branson, the entrepreneur? I was standing at the... Oh, let's go up there and have a look at it and I'll show you exactly where I was standing when I met him. Let's go up these escalators here. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Where it used to be has been, the lease has been taken up by Uniqlo. But I'll walk over to exactly the spot. So basically from here onwards, this part of Uniqlo, this used to be a coffee shop. Coffee shop used to extend, or the kitchen used to be there, and there was all chairs here, and there was chairs over here. And there was a bar. There was a bar there. And there was the door over here. You walked out and there was chairs outside as well where you could sit and have a coffee. But over the corner over here, where the bar was just there, I was standing there with my mate, who I'm meeting with for a coffee today, funnily enough. And we're standing there and I think Richard Branson was... I might go down the escalators. I think Richard Branson was in Sydney flogging his new credit card, his Virgin credit card in Pitt Street Mall. And so we were just standing there to pay for our coffees and he rocks up. And the lady who was running the coffee shop walked up to him and said, "Oh, Sir Richard, here," or whatever. And he came up and he said to her, he shook her hand. And then myself and my mate were in our business suits and he must have thought we had something to do with the coffee shop as well. So he walks over and he says to my mate, "How do you do?" I got a bit taken aback. I've never had anyone address me like that. And then the same to me, he said, "How do you do?" And my mate stuck his mid out to shake his hand, but I refrained from shaking his hand. I just stood there, and and then he walked off to sit down with his party and have a Nectar. So that was my experience of meeting Richard Branson in Sydney. There's the Strand Arcade in there. Oh, here, look at that. I walked right past Haigh's Chocolates and didn't film it. Got to stop myself from filming myself in the window. Oh, sorry, you're right.
Oh, any good?
Look at that. Instead of bunnies, they've got the Australian bilby. I think they're called bilbies. So you got the Easter egg action happening. So a few people lined up in there already. Yeah, there's a bit of a queue in there. I don't know whether I've got time to go in there. Oh, here's some more stuff. So that Easter egg in the cup there, and you get the mug, $21.90. It's not too bad, I suppose, if you're giving that as an Easter gift. It's good how they got all the prices on the outside. Here's this dark bilby, is $29.90. Wow. So the mere fact that that has been created in a mould puts the price up quite dramatically, because you get the egg there and the mug for $21.90, but then over here, only because that thing's been moulded, you got to pay the big bucks. You got to pay $29. $29.90. Holy dooly. That's weird. This small one says $29.90 and the large one says $29.90 as well. I know which one I'll go for. Someone's got their pricing wrong there, I'd say. Oh yeah, there you go. So it's actually $14.90. So it is cheaper, the smaller one. They've just put the wrong tag on. Oh look, they've got a chicken there as well. $13.90. Oh well, I might as well go in and have a look. See if I can pick something up. I've decided to go for the mug. I think that offers the best value at 21 bucks. So I've secured the Haigh's Chocolates Easter mug. So I thought I might have a quick look at the Strand Arcade from a different angle while I'm here. Film from up top on the second level, or maybe they call this ground one up here, floor one, level one. I'm not too sure. There's Gumption Coffee down there. It's a great place to get a coffee if you're in Sydney. Do all sorts of cold brew and filtered coffee in there as well if you're interested.
I've written down a lot of points.
Let's get across this cross bridge over here and get a better look down on this side. A few people crowded around Romolo. Now one of my mates pointed out to me a couple of weeks ago that they filmed a scene from Return to Eden in here, and I think it's one of the actresses in the show walks through the Strand Arcade, and I noticed, and it was filmed sometime in the 80s I think, and I noticed that they shot down this way from up the Pitt Street entrance, and I noticed this sign here, the nut shop. So this bloody nut shop down here, it's been here since day dot, and it's something that I haven't pointed out in any of my other videos. And I've actually been in there a couple of times myself. It's quite good value. When you get some nuts in Sydney, you don't necessarily have to go down to the markets. You can get it in here, in the nut shop. Always liked going in there and getting like macadamia nuts, Australian macadamias. Quite a delight. Film a bit of the coloured glass up here. And then we'll go downstairs to Pitt Street, and then I'll probably end the little skirt around the city down there today. yeah, so as we exit out of the Strand Arcade and look up to Centrepoint Tower and the JP Morgan building, I wish you all a safe and happy Easter. Like, comment, subscribe, send through your comments. I love hearing your point of view. And also, if you've got any places you want me to film in Sydney, pop those in as well. So yeah, that's it. The video is over.